So, friends, apparently I had this whole Facebook Live that I did that nobody saw. So, gotta love technology. So, this is take two. Hopefully, you enjoy it. Today, we're going to be talking about hidden disabilities. Every Monday, we come to you and do a Facebook Live. We also do a Facebook Live on Fridays about coronavirus and any updates. And on Wednesdays, we do one focused around our families with children in early childhood. And more action-based. So today we're going to briefly talk about what are hidden disabilities and what parents can do for their child with a hidden disability. So I'm Tina, I'm with the Parent Information Center of Delaware, and we work in all 3 counties. We are open and we are taking calls, and we are continuing to do our education and our mission work to advance effective parent engagement through technology. So we do this through one-on-one consultations. You can certainly call us. Our phone number is 302-999-7394. And if you are having challenges advocating for your child, if you need information, if you have an IEP or a 504 meeting coming up and you need some information, please give us a call. Also, opportunities like this, we do our Facebook Lives in the week. Additionally, we have family support groups that meet on Tuesdays at 3. We have a Zoom call for families of children in early education through 7th grade. And on Thursdays for middle, high school aged youth and young adults and their parents. So you can certainly check out our calendar for those events. And then we do all kinds of events in collaboration with other organizations. So hidden or invisible disabilities, what are they? So they are disabilities that are not immediately apparent to others. It is estimated that 10% of the people in the US have a medical condition which could be considered a type of invisible disability, and we're going to talk about some examples. So some of the disabilities are challenges that are primarily neurological in nature. Some are people with visual or auditory disabilities who do not wear glasses or hearing aids, or they wear discrete hearing aids, which may not be visible to other people. A sitting disability is another category of invisible impairments. These are problems caused by chronic back pain. Those with joint pain, or those who may not use mobility aids on some days or at all. And then there are also people with invisible disabilities like chronic pain, sleep disorders, and they are usually often accused of faking or imagining their disability. So I have a lot of friends and family that might have fibromyalgia, that might have Lyme disease, lots of different disabilities that cause pain, cause fatigue, and sometimes are not recognized or acknowledged by other people. So here are just some examples of these. Some are familiar to us. So ADHD, anxiety disorders, brain injuries, bipolar, autism, and then some are not as familiar. And so that would be for me and maybe some of you, interstitial cystitis, hypoglycemia. We had a webinar on fetal alcohol spectrum disorders, which largely go undiagnosed or are not diagnosed until the student is a teen or an adult, and that can cause significant challenges for getting them the support that they need. So here's just a little bit of some diagnoses disorders that can be hidden. Although the disability creates a challenge for the person who has it, the reality of the disability can be difficult for others to recognize or acknowledge. Others may not understand the cause of the problem if they cannot see evidence of it in a visible way. And so that is not to excuse, negative repercussions of interactions with these people that don't understand. But the reality is, if they don't see it and they know nothing about the disorder, then they may not understand. So why is it important to understand it all? Students and children with disabilities and hidden disabilities. Well, people with disabilities are like everyone else. They have dreams, they contribute to society, to families, they have assets and are woven into the fabric of our lives. They have innate value just in themselves. And also, everyone will encounter or acquire a disability at some point in their life. So if it's not you, a family member or a friend, and many of us are at risk for certain disabilities as we age, and or through injury or other things that we might encounter through no fault of our own throughout our lifetime. How specifically does it affect education? Well, students with hidden or invisible disabilities are often perceived to be lazy or bad. And what that does is sets up a dynamic where they are not able to build a trusting relationship with their teachers, with the administration, with people in the community, and also it lowers their self-esteem, their perception of themselves. So in an education setting, it also delays sometimes putting in place appropriate accommodations and supports in terms of 504s, in terms of individualized education programs, that because if a child's disability is hidden or not recognized, then there aren't discussions about the appropriate accommodations or modification. And their parents may be viewed as bad parents or not providing enough discipline, which can also set up a negative relationship between the parent and family, or guardian, foster parent, and the school environment. This is a quote from themighty.com from a parent who said, "My son is not lazy. He is not a slacker. In fact, he works harder in 1 week than most kids do in a month. He is not deliberately messy or clumsy, and screaming at him to pay attention is actually going to make things worse. He's an amazing kid whose brain is just wired differently." So how many of us as parents, family, can relate to that statement? I certainly can. My children are amazing. And, I hopefully try to communicate that to the school and anybody that interacts with them. But it is very hard when you are hearing negative things, when all you are hearing is what is wrong with your child, and they may not understand the diagnosis or the hidden disability that your child may have. So how can you, as a parent, as a teacher, as a community member, use your skills to advocate for individuals with hidden disabilities? So some of the ways that you can do this is to help your child be successful at home, in the community, and in school settings. At home, one of the ways you can do this is to start teaching them to let you know what they need. So even as a parent, I may not understand completely my child's disability if I don't share it with them. Even if I have the same disability, I'm a different person. I could be a different gender. I'm a different age, so generation. So having your child, helping them find the words and advocating with you about what they need will then teach them how to do that in the community. Also, helping them find activities that are geared toward their strengths and work around some of their weaknesses or challenges. So finding their passions and then pursuing that and helping them figure out how to do that in the community, how to make that work. And then at school, being on a team with their teachers and administrators that gives your child a chance to be successful in the classroom. So there are some teams, specific teams like IEP teams and 504 teams, but also just being a team in terms of communicating to the school, to the teacher, to the guidance counselor, to the nurse, the challenges that your child has, maybe giving them information about the diagnosis, what are common symptoms or behaviors, how you are addressing those at home, and how your child feels about their hidden disability. So I love this quote from Helen Keller. She says, "I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. I will not refuse to do something that I can do." And we know that she was an advocate, and we also can be for our children and for anyone in our life who is struggling with a hidden disability. At PIC, we are here to support you in that, in advocating for your child. And we do that individually, but then also we have lots of resources. So please feel free to check out our website. That's picofdel.org, picofdel.org, as well as our website, picofdel.org, and or call us at 302-999-7394. And now I must go and play with my child. Thank you so much for joining me today.